Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and tonight I'd like to talk to you about some other aspects of nerve health that can be very, very beneficial. And I'm going to really focus on 5 of them. And I'm going to do it as a pyramid, which means the first one is the most important, and they get less important as we go up, but every single one of them is important in this process. The first one, the base of that pyramid, is sleep. Sleep is so valuable that we often underestimate it. And the point that I want to get at is that you want to get to the appropriate amount of sleep each and every night. You want to be consistent. And in doing that, if you get the appropriate amount, if you don't get too much or too little, then you're going to improve the functioning of the nerves, improve the functioning, truthfully, of the overall nervous system, the brain and spinal cord and the peripheral nerves. But there's some key pieces to sleep that we often underestimate. Number one is one of the ways that the body repairs, that recovers and resets, is through sleep. So the nerves will start to repair as you're sleeping. The muscles repair as you're sleeping. But you've also got the process of resetting and getting them to normalize in the way they're functioning as well. And the third, of course, is recovery. So any injury, we start to recover from overuse. So if you say, okay, I've depleted the nerves, sleep allows the nerves to recover to the point that they're not depleted anymore. So you're going to speed up those processes and strengthen those processes so they're not weak or slow. So sleep is very valuable. It's something you should think about. The second level of that pyramid is fluids, the amount of fluids that you're taking into your body. Fluids are very, very valuable. One is it improves the blood flow and the lymphatic flows through the body if you have the appropriate amount of fluids. So with the appropriate fluids, you're going to get the nutrients to where they need to go. You're going to be able to improve the functioning of the liver, improve the functioning of the kidneys, basically assisting in the process of filtering and cleaning out the toxins in the body. But you're also going to have the appropriate fluids inside the cells, inside the nerves, inside the other cells of the body, so that they can function like they're supposed to as well. So fluids is a key piece. And when it comes to fluids, we're talking water. And the most important in that is to say, okay, if I'm drinking water, I need to be drinking 8 to 12 cups of water a day, which most of us do not do. And if you're drinking the appropriate amount of fluids, the appropriate amount of water, then your urine is going to be 100% completely clear. Number 3 is nutrition. And when we talk about nutrition, we're talking about both the macronutrients and the micronutrients. And in talking about that, the micronutrients are going to be any supplements, but you want to be careful to not over supplement, but you want to have appropriate amount of supplements. But you also want to look at those macronutrients, which are going to be the whole foods and the appropriate foods and the right mixes of fruits and vegetables and nutrients, so that you get all the nutrients that you need for the body to function normally, especially for the repair and recovery of the nerves. And number 4, the next level, is exercise. I've talked about exercise before, and I talk about exercise on a regular basis, but I want to go into the key pieces of exercise. And there's 3 key portions of exercise there. Number 1 is it improves the whole overall function of the body. So you're going to improve the pumping of the heart and the blood to the areas that they need to get. So you're simplifying and improving the process of carrying the nutrients to the nerves. Number 2, exercise has been shown to double or triple or even quadruple the amount of mitochondria in the nerve cells. So what it's doing is basically saying we're not just improving the functioning of the nerves, but we're increasing the power, increasing the strength, and increasing the health of the nerves by the very process, the mitochondria, which have been shown to be part of the problem a lot of times in peripheral neuropathy. So if you increase the number of mitochondria, you're going to have stronger nerves. They're going to do more like what they're supposed to do. And the third piece of exercise is the neurotransmitters that are released. One of the neurotransmitters that is released is dopamine, which gives you pleasure. And so this is the chemical that when you're exercising, you get that runner's high and you actually feel good. There's a second one that does a similar type thing called Anandamide, which is the bliss chemical, and so you feel really good. So you basically say, okay, if I could inject bliss into my body on a regular basis, would I do it? Most of us would, and one of the ways you do that is through exercise. The third is norepinephrine. And norepinephrine is valuable because it helps us to focus. It improves the focus when we're trying to get things done. And in the case of peripheral neuropathy, where it causes discomfort and distraction, this focus, this norepinephrine type situation can actually help us focus past that and still continue to get things done. And the last two are endorphins and serotonin. With endorphins, you have a ability to decrease pain. So if peripheral neuropathy is very, very uncomfortable and very painful, the endorphins are going to help you go past that pain. And then you get the serotonin, which allows you to function even despite of the pain. So you can actually say, I'm going to function and do what I need to do in spite of the pain. So that's really the direction that we want to go, really the idea of what we're going to try to accomplish. The truth is, there's a large amount of benefit through doing these exercises and getting these neurotransmitters in your body. And the last of these pieces of this pyramid is mindfulness, being able to focus and do what you need to do. That may include prayer, that may include meditation, that may include self-hypnosis. It may even include such things as visualization, which is another form of self-hypnosis, or focusing on getting yourself into flow. And when you're really in flow, you overstimulate many of these neurotransmitters that are released in exercise. You can get to the point where you're completely in control and you're moving past. You're putting yourself in the zone. You're giving yourself that second wind or whatever, so you can actually fully function the way that you desire to function. So remember, sleep, fluids, nutrition, exercise, and mindfulness can truly make a difference in your ability to function even with peripheral neuropathy and get your life back. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your Neuropathy Nugget Day 308. One of the keys, another set of keys, a pyramid to help you get to nerve health. Thank you.